Sup, it's Ellie in here. Ellyin. And today I'm going to be talking about my book and how it is basically a new genre in all of books. Okay, so first off, I got my computer here so I can kind of quote it because I can't remember off the top of my head. But my new genre is Sci-Fi-Com. I'm sure there are books out there that are quite similar, but the way I'm going to be describing it, or basically describing it, is, I think, a bit of a new approach than I've seen other people do it. So, Sci-Fi-Com is a narrative that uses futuristic and advanced technology, alternate realities, and funky or unconventional gadgets as a backdrop for comedic conflict, and humorous narrative styles, and satirical commentary in or observed scenarios. So basically it's lots of sciencey stuff and gadgets and like unrealistic things in a comedic world where like everything's like progressing by comedy. And so it emphasizes playful exaggeration and bold scientific concepts which aren't strictly linked to realism. So that's why my book in my book series, Where Snow Doesn't Fall, is a new genre of sci-fi comedy where we have futuristic gadgets and all kinds of like things that kind of don't make sense. Like, how does that exactly work? You wouldn't know. And those gadgets is what also comes along with all the comedy, all the practical jokes, the pranks, the absurd scenarios. That's how sci-fi comedy is, and that's how I'm going to be doing it. And since I am on a roll with this, I'm going to talk more about Where Snow Doesn't Fall, what it's about, and kind of why I'm writing it, I guess I would say. So let's see. I'm getting off my notes because I'm definitely not prepared for something like this. Okay, let's see. Dang, where did I put it? Oh, okay. Where Snow Doesn't Fall is basically the friends we make along the way. That is the corniest thing ever, but that is kind of the point. It is about, like, having fun, honestly. YOLO, you only live once. It's that friendship and also a slice of playful pranks to laugh about. Pranks that kind of, you play tricks on your friends when you were in elementary school. It's also about reminding people about the simple things of life and that there's a joy in that simplicity. And also, I made this series because I love something good to laugh about. You can't help it. So, the heart of the series is kind of like a teenager mischief, but more than just that. It's like a sense of belonging, friendship that happens at first sight. It treats inclusion as some of the fun, and again, YOLO, you only live once. So it's kind of that message to readers out there that, like, have fun, you know? Live a fun life. Live the best life ever. And after all that, there is the pranks. And when I say that, like I was saying, like elementary school kind of tricks you'd be playing, like placing Legos under the door, throwing pencils and trinkets and Jell-O, stealing each other's like glasses, launching glitter all over the place. I mean, there's a lot more pranks, and more pranks I'm gonna add and develop and have more fun with that. But that is basically that kind of thing where it's like harmless pranks, you know, because you want to have fun. You're not really trying to go out of your way to sabotage everyone. So, and then lastly, I think there's something important is that in my story, in my book series, there's a thing called Escapist. Like escapist. And it's, so in the story, escapists are seen as someone who's negative, that they're a troublemaker and they're negative. But due to my protagonists, 4 teens who are just carrying around joy and whimsy, they are causing just as much as chaos and still having fun with it. Instead of being like upset or trying to go out of their way to hurt people, they're still being chaotic, but they're having fun, they're carrying joy, and they're letting loose. And that's, I think, what the true meaning of being an escapist is. You know, you don't have to always go out of your way to hurt people, but if you're just kind of creating chaos that's kind of like silly and goofy and fun, I think that's the way to do it. So that's where Snow Doesn't Fall. We got the 4 main characters. They're teenagers, and of course they're teenagers. I mean, I'm a teenager, so I'm going to write about them. And we also have the future Prime Minister, who happens to be, I wouldn't say an antagonist, but definitely like a rival in the story. He's trying to capture the squad of escapists, and only to get pranked a lot in the turn of it. That is where Snow Doesn't Fall. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's kind of short, I think, but I actually got my points across pretty well. Surprisingly. And I might go into depth more about it later on. If you have any questions, I'm not sure what to expect yet because I just started recording videos. But that's what Snow Doesn't Fall is about, and I hope you're interested. There's a lot more to it, I bet. I mean, I know. And that's that. So, it's Ellyin, Ellyin, with a crown. And, Ellyin out.